going for the Shadowhawk 2K with, I believe, the 3ER large setup. We had 2 Wolverine 6Ks as well, probably went the 3 large pulse, and here we go. So it looks like it's going to be a long range engagement, potentially for both teams. Let's go ahead and see what we have here. Gut is rocking out with 3 large pulse and the 2 mediums, and of course rocking those cool shots. Legal department in the Firestarter S, 5 medium pulse. Magician with 3 large pulse. And again, the one thing about the Wolverine 6Ks is they do have all those weapon systems in the right arm, at least the large pulse. Gray Fox we have with 2 ER large lasers in that Raven 3L. Gaman is rocking the 3 ER large with the Shadowhawk 2K. That's also in the left torso of that particular battle mech. Jaeger is still following up with the Street Crow. This is actually probably sort of a anti-light, anti-Firestarter mech you always want to have there, but it's also great against bigger targets if needed. You just have to close in the range. But with the 396 meter range, and that's with the level 5 range mod, that's a pretty far reach with Streak 6s. Fire is rocking out 5 medium pulse and the Firestarter S as well, and then Pi is rolling around in the Raven 3L with 2 ER large lasers. Looks like we have the same setup we have for EMP over here. Nothing's really changed here. Still have the long range Proton and Heim with the dual Gauss between the two of them with the gridirons. Rithen is still in the Stormcrow. ER large is in mediums, and Audi is in the S as well as Atkinson. Alright, so same scenario. We've got EMP holding up right here on this particular hill. It's a great spot, especially for long-range engagements. If they try to push through the pass, they're able to engage. If they try to come through the tunnel, they can engage at long range. I would say the main difference now is that SJR is set up for that range, and they're going to be able to do damage as well. So it'll be interesting seeing if they determine which way, if they stay here on the island looking towards the pass, or if EMP tries to move out. My guess is EMP is not going to move, and it'll be up to SJR to be the aggressor. Now that being said, according to the MRBC rules, you're probably going to see an engagement here, but we'll just have to wait and see. So grab a cup of coffee, sit tight, grab a blanket, get comfortable. Looks like we're going to be here for a minute. Anybody bring marshmallows? You got the marshmallows? I brought the graham crackers. Who's got the chocolate? Because we're going to be camping for a bit. No, it's actually sort of disappointing. I was hoping for and expecting just showing off a high tier play. I mean, I understand you don't want to play into the strengths of your opponent, but these two teams and players' names to see in the game, just expect a little bit of action. But once it does happen, if it happens, you'll be able to see some skill going around here. As you'll probably notice, for those out there, you may be not familiar with the Wolverine 6K. It's got large pulse laser bonuses, but on this particular chassis, 4 of its energy is in the right arm. So as you can see right here with his setup, you're able to stick your right side of your mech out and be able to engage. But it's also one of the weaknesses. You lose that right arm, you're going to lose the majority of your weapons. You do have another energy, but it's located right below the cockpit. As I was mentioning before, with Jaeger 12 set up with the 5 Streak 6s in the ER medium, he's here as an anti-light deterrent. Obviously you can see his positioning. That's what he's here for. If there was engagements going on at long range, he's not going to be moving. He's making sure the fire starters don't move in, go for you know, the rear, and he's a deterrent. Plus, no reason to take damage, so he'll just sit there. Now, sort of opposite, but very similar in the idea, you have G-Man 129 and the Shadowhawk 2K. For those that aren't familiar, it's got 3 energy in the left torso and 3 missile in the right torso. Pretty much the predominant use of this particular mech is 3 ER large, sorry about that zoom, 3 ER large setup. And the reason for that being is, as you can see, he's able to basically poke right over a ridge, not expose his legs or lower torso, and be able to engage your targets. It's very effective for basically just that, long-range engagement, sniping, stuff like that. Same thing, Wolverine 6K, we got another one, and of course the Raven 3L. This has sort of been one of the oldest mechs around, or at least for a while, as far as design. The 2 ER large on the Raven 3L hasn't really changed. It's been effective, even though the quirks give bonuses towards a few other things like medium lasers and a few missile quirks. It's predominantly used as a long-range sniping, and that's mainly due to the fact of it's got a small profile. It's not the strongest against other lights, so it's usually used at long-range engagements, poking here or there. And with those 2 ER large lasers, it's able to do damage quite effectively. Now, you guys, for the most part, already know about the fire starters. Very powerful, 35-ton, jump-capable mechs, the most energy up. We have some shots fired. Those particular S-run medium pulse lasers, 5 of them. Some people will try to do 6. But the reality of it is it's just too much heat for too little of a package. So the min-mech setup is 5 medium pulse lasers on it. Now on the flip side we have EMP. EMP setup is a little bit different, and it does look like they are pushing up to the ridge, so I was wrong, they have moved. We have the gridirons, for those that don't know. Stormcrow, and you can see there, Gauss rifles going off. The gridirons have a 50% cooldown reduction on the Gauss rifles, and the great thing with that also stacks on top of, or is stackable with, the cooldown and range mods. The only issue with the gridirons at this range is they're well past 1 click out. The effective range on Gauss rifles is around 600 meters or so, 630, 650, and so even though if they're getting shots and they're hitting targets, if your target's out 1100, you're really not doing a whole lot of damage, and it's almost a waste of ammo. So you really want to be in that effective range for those Gauss rifles. But as you can see, the fire rate is absolutely amazing. I've done plenty of videos on this particular battle mech, and if left unchecked, you can see Proton getting shots off. Now he does have 75 shots he was carrying, but how many do you use, and are they wasted at that range? Now Rithen with his laser vomit crow, that's what we call it, the laser crow, as you can see. The nice thing with his setup is, because he is a clan mech, his ER larges can actually reach out and hit further, as well as the medium, so he's actually in a good spot. So basically you have these mechs just trading. Banana Nut Muffins is actually set up to brawl. He's got 3 mediums, so he's actually not doing anything, but what he is doing is he is guarding them under ECM. If you're new to MechWarrior, or maybe how these particular mechs work, that mech right there, the Raven 3L, has a bubble 180 meters around him that will shield his friendlies from being locked onto. As you can see, UAV just went up. That's actually just sort of a precautionary measure. What they're looking out for is the fire starters, legal and fire. Basically, they know they don't see them, and so they want to pop that so nothing sneaks up on them. Even though they do have someone watching, it's just better to watch your 6. Now, Aurora back here is pretty much just doing that, just sitting back. Let's actually see what the particular mech has on, because I actually don't know. Okay, so he's doing the normal clan ER larges. As you can see, 831 effective meters. That means up until 831 it'll do max damage, and about double from there on outwards. So he's watching the 6 here over towards the tunnel, and the other fire starters are sitting back as well. Alright, so we have had shots fired. There is engagement going on. Rhythm is down to 98%. And both gridirons are still at 99. And we're going to go and pop into... Oh, we have movement going on here. Now, what may be happening is SJR is out of range. And they just need to move in a little bit closer, especially with those IS weapon systems. You can see 98, 96, 94. Well, I do believe, according to the rules, and you can see here, EMP is falling back to their positions. So if SJR pushes really quick, they could potentially catch Proton out, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. I do believe, based on MRBC rules, it goes down to kills and then damage. So whoever has the lead in that will win this match. So sort of pressing here. We are getting lower on time. We've got only 4 minutes left, so you're going to see engagement going down here really quickly. SJR is bulking up on the right side of the hill, and here they go. They'll be pushing in here. And again, shots fired. EMP has the high ground. UAV was just popped by EMP. They're going to go ahead and push in here, do as much damage as they can. Let's go ahead and see what's going on. Another UAV popped. Looks like Proton has had to back down. Heimdallite sticking his torso out. A lot of damage done on both sides. Jaeger's down to 64% in that Stormcrow. Looks like he's trying to maneuver his way in. Speaking of, let's go ahead and see the results here. Alright, let's go ahead and get Jaeger's perspective here. He is crit CT. Those fire starters giving him hell. Heimdallite is down. Sith is down. Looks like G-Man just went down as well. You are on the perspective of Jaeger 12 right now. Proton just went down. And again, looking at how this Stormcrow's moving in. Guts now down, Rhythm, Banana Nut. Looks like SJR is winning this engagement. He's got to be careful here. Even though 2 large doesn't seem dangerous, he is crit. Aurora is down. 2 more targets. Audi. Looks like the fire starters are left. Audi and Atkinson. Jaeger just went down. Going for the legs. Audi's down. Now it'll be Atkinson will be the last target. 3-1 right now. 3-on-1. You notice the lights going after the legs. If you can stop them from running, their game's going to be shut down. That left leg's about to go, right leg as well, and game, set, match. So there you go. On redrop 2, we have SJR taking the lead, 8-4. Very good game, well played, good push at the end there, guys. Let's go ahead and hop out of here, and I'll let you guys know when we take the next match.